Welcome back to the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City for the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament. This is the final day of the second phase of group play. One contest ended about 45 minutes ago as Venezuela won that game and secured themselves a spot in the semifinals with the win over Panama. The second game of the day features Team Canada at 5-1 overall with 11 points against the Dominican Republic, 2-4 overall with 8 points. The Dominican Republic needs to win this game and have some mathematical help in their favor to finish 5th over Puerto Rico, should Puerto Rico win later tonight. As you get a look at Team Canada, number 4, Philip Scrubb, number 5, Corey Joseph, number 6, Melvin Ejim, number 7, Andrew Nicholson, number 8, Andrew Wiggins, number 9, Nick Stauskas, number 10, Anthony Bennett, number 11, Aaron Dornkamp, 12, Brady Heslip, number 13, Kelly Olynyk, number 14, Dwight Powell, and number 15, Robert Sacre. Let's take a look at the full Dominican roster. Number 4, Edgar Sosa. Number 15, Victor Liz. Or number 5, rather. Number 6, Rigoberto Mendoza. Number 7, Angel Suero. Number 8, Edward Santana. Number 9, Francisco Garcia. Number 10, James Feldine. Number 11, Eloy Vargas. Number 12, Orlando Sanchez. 13, Ulises Baez. 14, Luis Flores. And 15, Juan Jose Garcia. Canada are the visitors in this game, so let's listen to their national anthem first. And now the national anthem for the home team, the Dominican Republic. Once again, welcome into the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City for the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament. Final day of the second phase of group play. Our second game of the day between the Dominican Republic and Canada. A little less than an hour ago, Venezuela punched its ticket to the semifinals with a win over Panama, 75-62. And so now the two teams out here on the court playing for position. With a win here, Canada can finish no worse than second. With a loss, they can finish no worse than third, so they are already in the semis. However, if Canada wins and then Mexico defeats Argentina tonight, that throws things into a huge mess, because then all three teams will have one loss. And it will come down to the math as to who gets the top overall seed and will play Venezuela in the first round of the semifinals. There you had a look at our officials for today's game. Sasha Pukel, Alejandro Chidi, and Roberto Oliveros. Our FIBA commissioner for this game is Pedro Raga. As you look at the Canadian team roster, 9 NBA players on that roster, led by Coach Jay Triano and led by Andrew Wiggins, averaging 16 points a game. Nick Stauskas at 13.6. Grady Heslop at 11.4, the leading rebounder. Kelly Olynyk and Anthony Bennett both right about 6 rebounds a game. Corey Joseph averaging 5 assists a game for Team Canada. Look at the starters for Canada. Corey Joseph and Andrew Wiggins, the guards. Nick Stauskas and Anthony Bennett, the forwards. And Kelly Olynyk listed in there as a forward as well. Olynyk at 6'11". Guess he can be considered more of a stretch 4 than a true center. As we look at the head coach of Team Canada, Jay Triano. Now here is the roster for the Dominican Republic. The Dominicans led by Edgar Sosa, averaging 16 points a game. He shoots 43.3% from three-point range. Francisco Garcia and James Feldine also averaging in double figures. Feldine at 13.4, Garcia at 10.0. The leading rebounder, Orlando Sanchez, at 5.7 rebounds per game. And this Dominican team, they are not bashful about putting it up from the outside. And this length on Canada's guards and forwards may present some problems for the Dominicans if they try to shoot a bunch of three-pointers early. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Dominican Republic. Edgar Sosa and James Feldine, the guards. And then the three forwards, Edward Santana, Orlando Sanchez, and Ulis Baez. Head coach for the Dominican Republic, the Spaniard Kenny Atkinson. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. This is the final broadcast for my partner Victor Mansur and I. Victor, it's been fun the last couple of weeks, and now we get to become spectators for the remainder of the tournament. Well, at least I do. You've got some other FIBA associated work. Welcome in, my partner, and regardless of where these teams are in the standings, they've both still got something to fight for right now.
Oh, first of all, Craig, thanks very much for hosting me. It's been a pleasure to work with you. You are a class professional. It's been a privilege. If you're the Dominican Republic, you got to be careful with the up and down, because this Canada team can really put up numbers. The last couple of games, they put up 94, 109, 103, 112, just to mention a few games. So the Dominican Republic, even though they have their style well defined, that they're going to shoot threes and shoot it early, they have to be careful because they're facing a team with a lot of firepower.
Even the officials warm up before the games, practicing the toss. So you get a clean toss at the start. Once again, we are so very glad you can be joining us. It's been an outstanding tournament top to bottom. The officiating's been great, the play's been great, the effort has been terrific. As we come to the final day of group play.
As we see two-time NBA All-Star and one of the FIBA America's greatest player walk in the building, Mr. Steve Nash, and what a pleasant man he is. Shakes hands with everybody, takes the time to take pictures. Good to see Nash involved and here courtside.
Bennett wins the tip. Corey Joseph now between the rings, working on Sanchez. Interesting matchup as Wiggins shoots up over Feldine. But
Canada has a lot of NBA sets, and what they did that time is they isolated Wiggins on the elbow.
Now Feldine inside to Santana. His jumper is a little too strong. Wiggins the rebound. Wiggins picked up by Feldine. Now Olynyk to the basket. Baez doesn't give him any space, and Olynyk misses. For our viewers in Canada, glad you can be with us as well. Made some great friends up there in Edmonton during the FIBA Americas Women's Championships that Team Canada dominated.
Dominated indeed. They ran the tournament out of the gym. Lights out shooting, strong defense, and Coach Lisa Tomaitis getting their team ready for the 2016 Rio Olympics on the women's side.
Now an air ball by Stauskas. 3 on the way from Bennett. That's good. Canada gets on the board first with a 3-pointer by Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett, a lot of expectation when he came in the NBA, and now that expectation is kind of going down a little, he's slowly become a very solid basketball player.
Corey Joseph strong to the rack with the left hand over Orlando Sanchez. Bennett, the overall #1 pick in 2013. Wiggins was the overall #1 pick in 2014 as Feldine misses the layup. Back-to-back Canadians, the #1 overall picks in the NBA draft. Wiggins' shot won't go. And Edgar Sosa scores at the other end.
And you love the coaches. 2 minutes into the game, they think that everything was cool and smooth, and they're already up and screaming.
Stauskas for 3. Bang! Nick Stauskas puts Canada up 8-2. Canada 2 for 2 from 3-point range. Stauskas and Bennett both hitting. Sosa on the left side to Feldine. Back out to Sosa. Around the screen by Santana. Santana loses it. Sosa gets it back, and he splashes one home from 3-point range. 8-5 Canada.
Broken down play. Corey Joseph kind of tried to go for a steal. Gave up the wide open 3 for Sosa.
Bennett now. He connects again.
So you're playing that four-man, able to hit that outside shot, and so athletic inside. Bennett really coming to himself here in this tournament.
Sosa underneath to Santana. Beautiful feed. Santana couldn't finish. Canada's 1 for 5 from 2-point range, so they figure, what the heck, we'll just chuck it up from 3. They're perfect from 3-point range.
Good ball pressure there by Feldine, and Corey Joseph trying to go behind the back and move his pivot foot before he dribbled.
11-5 Canada. Bennett with 6. Santana the jumper along the baseline. That's good over Andrew Wiggins. Santana's got his first 2. And now a foul away from the ball as Edward Santana gets called for the foul. That's his first of the game on either team. See if we can get a look at it here. And I guess he got tied up with Olynyk. Didn't get a look at it from that angle, but he raised his hand immediately. Now the feed to Olynyk, blocked from behind by Orlando Sanchez, but there for the follow is Olynyk, and he's got his first 2. Baez on the outside, gets Bennett in the air. Maybe could have jumped into him and drawn 3 free throws there. Strong to the bucket is Feldine, but his shot won't go. Canada back the other way. Lob to Wiggins. He shoots it over Sosa. That's no good. Rebound Santana. Feldine over to Sosa. Sosa gets to the left elbow, pops, and has it skitter off the right side, caught by Bennett. Already the 3rd rebound for Anthony Bennett. Olynyk out to Bennett. Another 3 for Anthony Bennett. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's got 9 points, and the Canadians lead 16-7. Canada 4 for 4 from 3-point range already. Bennett left wide open, and he splashes that one home. Timeout on the floor taken by the Dominican Republic. Trailing by 9 early on in this one.
Edward, this is you. Ed, you gotta roll for us, Edward. You gotta roll. You gotta roll. Go ahead, go get Orlando on the line here. Boom, Edgar hit him. Orlando flip it right back to him. Center step up here. You got the goal side roll. Got it? And because Canada's so athletic, 1 through 5, what they're doing here in the pick and roll is they're switching all ball screens. And that forced the Dominican Republic timeout where Coach Atkinson said, guys, I need you to roll because of that, because they're switching and they're not getting the advantage on the pick and roll.
Santana in the lane, getting it out to Sanchez, 3 on the way. That's no good, but Santana tracks down the rebound. He puts up the long 2. That's no good.
That's the kind of shot Dominican Republic got to avoid, or else they're going to get punished on the other end with the transition.
Now Wiggins into the lane, hangs, and draws the foul against Santana. That'll be the second on Santana.
So much hype around this kid. As soon as there's a lane, everybody kind of like holds their breath in the gym, see if a highlight's going to come on. Highlight reel.
Free throw good by Wiggins. He's got his first point of the game. Second free throw no good. Bennett's got it. Puts up the 3. He's 4 for 4. Somebody on the Dominican Republic might want to track him down.
Those are wise words, my friend.
Now Santana for 3. No, that's a long 2. But it's 20-9 in favor of Canada right now on the strength of 4 Anthony Bennett three-pointers.
Everybody on this five-man unit right here for Canada really able to shoot the outside shot, and that creates so much problems. Anthony Bennett, what a great summer for him. Come out here, put the Canada jersey, was at the Pan American Games as well. Maturing here in international play.
Now Joseph, the floater in the lane, that falls in, and it's 22-9.
Corey Joseph been going against Tony Parker so much at practice. That looked like Tony Parker's. Went down the lane with the floater. What an athletic move here by Sanchez.
Yeah, his first 2 points.
180 down the lane to finish with 2 hands on the reverse. But the Dominican Republic kind of going too early on the shot clock. They need to bring the Canada possessions numbers down and not raise. So you want to take care of the ball and shoot late in the shot clock.
A little miscommunication there. Stauskas gets it now in the corner. Stauskas hits from 3. The Canadians are 6 for 6 from three-point range.
And they got 25 points in 6 minutes.
Sanchez can't match. Olynyk the rebound. Bennett at the other end. Sosa pokes it away but draws the foul.
You see Bennett had 4 threes already this first quarter. That time on the leak out. Beautiful pass from Olynyk. This kid's got a nice touch from the outside. He's got a good low post game. Very athletic.
Free throw up and in for Bennett. On the tournament, Bennett a 60% free throw shooter. Canada just 3 of 8
but because
from 2-point range.
He's got such a good touch, that free throw percentage is going to go up.
Hits them both. Sanchez now, guarded by Bennett. I think Bennett was calling for a sub. Sosa into the lane, splits the defense, only catches front iron. Stauskas tracks down the loose ball. Leaves it outside, 3 on the way for Philip Scrubb, and he hits! 7 for 7 from 3-point range for Team Canada.
A walk in the park right here for Canada so far. No ball pressure, no perimeter defense, not getting out to the 4-man. The Dominican Republic have got to address those issues. They're down 19, and those numbers can pile up quick. So far, we haven't seen Francisco Garcia. You wonder if he's out of this game, as he was limping badly last game, yesterday.
Shot from the corner, that's good. A 3-pointer by Victor Liz.
And this man here just came in, Brady Hayslip. He can put up 3 pointers.
Yeah, he sure can too. Olynyk loses it off the floor, and here comes Rigoberto Mendoza, takes it all the way with the left hand. 30-16 now. Now with 2, naturally that misses. That's too close for Canada right now. Spin move, kick out to Sanchez. He spins, can't hit. Rebound Wiggins. Bennett with 14 points already. Heslip for 3, and he hits.
They're just stuck on automatic. Give me the ball on the 3-point line. It's going in.
Tried to find Sanchez underneath, and the pass offline, and it goes out of bounds. Starters from Canada walking off saying, hey, don't mess this up.
And that hot 3-point shooting
exactly
is due to good spacing, good passing, and confidence while shooting.
So it's Scrubb, Ejim, Heslip, Nicholson, and Dornkamp on for Canada now. Dornkamp over to Scrubb. He pops from 18, that's short. It's Liz Mendoza, and the soaring Luis Flores, who hasn't seen a lot of time this tournament.
Had a chance to play against Canada number 11, Eric Dornkamp, when I was in college at McGill University. He was with Carleton University, was coached by Dave Smart, assistant coach of Jay Triano, who's won multiple back-to-backs Canadian CIS University Championships.
Luis Flores trips Melvin Ejim, and foul called there, so Ejim will go to the free throw line. Free throw by Ejim is good.
He's not 100%, is he?
Ejim 83.3. Gets his own rebound, though, puts it back in, and he completes the 3-point play. I'm sure he'd rather take that.
Oh, my friend, we've been having some fun. Great basketball and great time.
Mendoza, the feed to Baez. His jumper won't go. Rebound Dornkamp. Canada, 36 points already with still almost a minute to play. Nicholson down low, and an offensive foul called on Nicholson.
Referees thought that that time Nicholson fighting for position down low, kind of extends his left elbow. Let's see right there. And I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, not a lot there, unless they just said it was a little too high. up in that throat area. Flores around Suero. You and I were talking as the offensive foul is called there against Flores that Angel Suero has not seen a lot of time in this tournament. Suero only played about 11 minutes per game. Flores only about 5 minutes per game. Now Scrub kicks it out to Heslop. 3 on the way, and the first miss from three-point range. For Team Canada, they are now only 8 for 9.
So Canada on this first and second round, not a great game versus Argentina, their first game, but other than that, they have been spectacular. A lot of expectations for this Canadian team, but they're playing up to par.
Foul on Dornkamp, his first.
And what that does is that Argentina and Mexico game tonight for that first spot, both teams really don't want to face Canada in the semifinal.
3 left on the clock. Baez, the long three-pointer. And that's how the first quarter is going to end. Canada, a ridiculous 36 points in a 10-minute quarter on the strength of 8 of 9 shooting as they take a 36-18 lead. This is the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament live from the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City. Welcome back to the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City. Canada leading 36-18 after one quarter of play on the strength of 8 of 9 from three-point range.
We said in the beginning of the game that the Dominican Republic did not want to play a fast-paced game against this Canadian team, and Canada came out of the gates just too strong, hit their first 8 three-pointers, and got themselves an 18-point lead early.
And Suero scores for the Dominican Republic, gets the lead down to 16.
We haven't seen much of Suero in this tournament, but he had a great Pan American Games in Toronto. Where this Canadian team that had a couple players, Brady Hayslip was there, Andrew Nicholson was there, they came in second.
Nicholson steps back for the three, that rattles out. And a foul called under the bucket, that is going to be on Melvin Ejim as he battles for position.
Nicholson with those huge hands, able to palm it, pretty much do whatever he wants with it. What an advantage to have that. You could do that, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Maybe with an orange.
Tennis ball?
Yeah. I played a fair amount of tennis in my day. That foul was on Ejim, his second. Now the drive by Flores.
Good job by Flores, setting man high like he was going left and then took him to his right. Scrub got beaten and had to foul.
It's not as if the Dominican Republic is playing poorly. They're shooting 47% from two-point range, an uncharacteristic 2 for 9 from beyond the arc. But Canada, just an absurd 36 points in the first quarter. Free throw by Flores is good. He's got 3. Averaging less than a point a game in this tournament. Flores has the second one roll in.
Like to see a little bit more of ball pressure, denying the pass on the wings from the Dominican Republic team. Make everything hard for these Canadians.
Got to close out on the shooters too. Dornkamp for 3 and he hits.
You said it, got to close out, and Dornkamp got a wide open look. And that's through the good screening down low.
9th three-pointer for Team Canada. Mendoza now for 3. That's good for the Dominican Republic. 39-25. I said the Dominicans aren't playing bad. At some point, Canada's got to cool off from beyond the arc. Heslip for 3. A rare miss. Ejim just about steals the pass, and now soaring into the lane is Flores. And Flores now with 6 points.
Coach Treno does not like this Dominican Republic run, and gonna get his starting point guard and his shooting guard back in.
And now an offensive foul against Brady Heslip. I think I used the word soaring. Couldn't decide if I wanted to use soaring or swooping. I just invented a word.
How many games did we do here?
148, I think.
Yeah, so a missed word is okay.
Liz on the outside. 8 minutes to play, second quarter. Kick out. Spin move by Sanchez. Behind the head pass. Throws it right to Ejim. Joseph now. As Nicholson and Sanchez battle for position. They're going to give the foul on Orlando Sanchez. That's his first. Santana, the only one in foul trouble so far. He's got 3 for the Dominican Republic. Ejim has 2 for Canada. Nobody else with more than 1. Try to get the inbound pass to Ejim, and it's intercepted by the Dominican Republic. Mendoza for 3. That's well short. Barely caught the front iron and went straight down. Corey Joseph on the drive.
Corey
and the
Joseph, who will be playing for the Toronto Raptors next year.
Now a 3 from the corner by Liz. Along with our pal Luis Scola. Flores knocks Stauskas to the ground and no call. Now Joseph, a lot of hands and body on the defense there by Angel Suero. They let him go.
But the ability to cross over really low, get that ball to that right hand, go up strong, and beautiful 1-2 step to create some separation and shoot off the glass.
3-pointer by Sanchez. That's good. Dominican Republic to within 13.
Yeah, but the Canada defense now has backed up a little bit. They're not believing that the Dominican Republic can shoot that 3, and they're making them pay.
Have they not watched any film this tournament? They know the Dominicans can put it up from outside. Mendoza was going to try to drive on Nicholson, then thought better of it. Now he drives, puts it up off the glass, no. Loose ball taken by Stauskas. He pushes, loses the handle. Ejim finds it, gets it to Dornkamp, and he gets the easy lay-in. Lucky break there for the Canadians. Suero a three, that's good! Angel Suero hits from three, and the Dominican Republic back to within 12. Suero with 5 points now. The Dominicans starting to heat up from distance, 5 of 14 from three-point range for 36%. There is the nice drive by Aaron Dornkamp. He's got 7.
That was just too easy going down the lane. Found himself an angle, shot that bank shot. But was wide open.
Sanchez puts up another three, short. Rebound tapped by Ejim and saved by Joseph. Now the nice bounce pass inside to Nicholson. He goes up and jams it home with 2 hands, and Kenny Atkinson wants timeout. The Dominicans were on a pretty nice run there, but Nicholson put an end to that. It's a 16-point lead for Team Canada, and the final timeout of the half for the Dominican Republic with 5:11 to play. This is the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament live from the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City. There you had to listen in to Kenny Atkinson. He says, we can run with these guys. Let's go. Don't take bad shots. Take open shots. Flores has his shot blocked, and then he hits the rim on the way up.
Yeah, he got it blocked initially, but then on the follow-through, he was the last man who touched that, so good call by the refs. Let's see if the Canadians going with their first unit here can get back to their principles, play strong defense, spot up that three-point shooting, and build a lead back again.
Olynyk tries to pass it underneath to Wiggins, but it goes off of the leg of Edgar Sosa. And it'll be Canada ball with 11 to shoot.
See, they line up here in the out-of-bounds play.
Wiggins to Joseph. He pops from 18 on the right wing, and that's good.
Corey Joseph came up a curl there. The first time he's just a bail, and the second one for that wide-open two-point jumper.
Corey Joseph with 10. Suero gets it inside to Baez, back out to Feldine. Feldine's been quiet. 3 on the way from Suero. Yes! Angel Suero now with 8 points. 15-point lead for Canada. Olynyk misses from in close, but gets the tip.
Smart play by Olynyk. He got hit by a 3, but down court he got position where he could able to get the lob. Smart play.
Suero.
You got to forget quickly about the last possession and think about the next one.
Flores now for 3. Olynyk the rebound. 5th rebound for Kelly Olynyk. Corey Joseph now top of the key. Olynyk tried the spin move, but kind of got hung up on Suero. Now Wiggins the turnaround, no good. A rebound by Baez.
Wiggins shot that fadeaway, but in a couple of years he'll look to see if he can put more muscle in that body and not have to fade away so much, just a turnaround, go up with it.
Edgar Sosa thought he was fouled there, and Nick Stauskas goes up with the right hand and tomahawks that one home.
Everybody thought he was going to lay that up. He said, no, I got hops.
I did too. The 6'5" Nick Stauskas plays with the Philadelphia 76ers.
And a bright young player too, can shoot the outside shot, athletic for that 2 guard.
Three on the way from Sosa, and that is good. 16-point lead for Canada. They've got 55 points with 2:40 left in the second quarter. 10-minute quarters. These ain't NBA 12-minute quarters, kids. Stauskas with the loose ball.
Spoke about the athleticism there. That's exactly what he did. He went up, decided his shot was challenged, able to kind of like circle around with the circus shot.
Sosa into the corner, three on the way. Flores, that's good! Are you kidding me?
Three-man game executed to perfection.
17 three-pointers hit between these two teams in this first half. Dominican Republic now 8 of 19 for 42%. Canada 9 of 12 for 75%.
And I want to credit that to good shooting, good touches, but also the defense on the perimeter has not been with so much pressure and not contesting the shots, as we've seen a lot of wide open threes.
Mendoza and Sanchez on now for the Dominican Republic. (57-42). Sosa at the free throw line, averaging 16 points a game. As that second free throw batted off by Olynyk. Joseph, left side to Wiggins. 2 seconds left. Wiggins, the bailout three. I'm surprised that didn't go in. Got a pretty good effort off. Feldine cross court to Sosa. Sosa's touch pass was intercepted, and now Wiggins misses the layup, but he's fouled.
So quick in transition, Canada gave the ball to the right man, Mr. Wiggins. 1-2 strong step, just on that last little finger roll, couldn't get it to drop.
Free throw by Wiggins is good. That's his second point. Figure with Canada scoring 58 points in the first half, Wiggins would have a bunch of those. See the sign up in the background, Nash for PM. I don't know if Steve Nash has any political aspirations. Feldine hits for three. But if Canada keeps shooting like this, it might be a unanimous vote for Prime Minister. Wiggins out to Olynyk. He launches for three. Why not? Kelly Olynyk joins the three-point parade.
And lucky enough, Steve Nash not shooting threes, because he would make them too.
Feldine tried to get it to Sanchez in the corner. Pass a little too hot and a little too high, and it ends up in press row. Get a look at that coming just about into your living room. 30 seconds to play first half. Joseph, not sure what he was doing there. Olynyk for three again. Yes! Olynyk 2 for 2 from three-point range now. Canada has 65 points.
Corey Joseph looking for the alley-oop with Anthony Bennett. Didn't have it. Last second, try to give it up for Olynyk. And Olynyk said, okay, I'll take it and I'll make it.
7 left on the game clock, and Sosa drives to the bucket, but he's fouled. So Sosa to the free throw line. He's a 75% free throw shooter on the tournament, averaging 16 points per game. He's got 8. Did not make it 9 there. 6.3 seconds to play.
You see Canada spots up their two wingmans here down the court. Let's see if they can get the ball to Corey Joseph's hands quickly where he can penetrate, either take it himself or dish it off to one of his teammates.
Sosa hits the second free throw. Bennett to inbound, 6.3 left. Joseph loses it. And the long three-point attempt by Baez is off as the second quarter comes to an end. A ridiculous game so far. Canada leading 65-45 on the strength of 11 of 15 three-point shooting in the first half. This is the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament, second phase of group play. Regardless of what happens here, Canada will play in the 2-3 game unless they win and Mexico defeats Argentina tonight. Then it'll be a three-way tie. There you see some of the crazy statistics. Dominican Republic shooting very well from three-point range as well, but Canada just off the chain from three. Canada with a big rebounding edge, 25-14. Dominican Republic with just one offensive rebound so far. Let's look at some of the individual numbers for Canada. 4 players in double figures already. Bennett with 14. Stauskas, Olenek, and Joseph each with 10. Olenek with 6 rebounds in the first half. Bennett with 5. Ejim with 4. Wiggins with 6 assists in the first half. For the Dominican Republic, they are led by Luis Flores and Edgar Sosa with 9 points apiece. Leading rebounder is Sanchez with 4. Flores with 3 rebounds. Canada putting up 36 and 29 points in the first 2 quarters. That is absolutely unthinkable in 10-minute quarters, and yet Canada has done it. 65-46 in favor of Team Canada. It's halftime here at the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City. Second phase of group play in the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament. Second half action when we come back. Welcome back to the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City for the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament. Final day of group play in Phase 2, second game of the day. Canada, and this is not a misprint or a misspeak, Canada put up 65 points in the first quarter. They try an alley-oop lob to Andrew Wiggins on their first possession of the second half, and they're unable to connect.
And you can saw that was a play call that they drew here at halftime, but just couldn't execute it.
Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, across the Americas or around the world, as Feldin hits for three. It's down to a 16-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for Canada with this ridiculous three-point shooting was 20 points. Now a three on the way, short, and Wiggins fends off a defender for the offensive rebound. Olynyk for three, no. Now Santana, spin move inside. Three on the way from Sosa. That's short. Olynyk tips it, but Feldin ends up with it. 10 on the shot clock. Into the corner. Three on the way from Baez. Bang! Dominican back to within 13 at 65-52. The Dominican 11 of 23 from three-point range. They've hit as many threes in this game as Canada now. Wiggins pops from 18, nothing but net for Wiggins.
If he can develop that mid-range game to add to his athleticism, he could be spectacular.
Another three on the way from the Dominican, no good. That was Baez on that attempt.
When I say by adding, it's consistently, doing it often.
Three on the way from Wiggins, yes. Wiggins now with 8 points.
Showed the touch there. Barely caught that ball. Knew it was going to go up and in.
Feldin. Santana. That's a long two. No. Fortunately, if anything, for the Dominican Republic, they like the three-point shot, so it's not like they're being forced into a part of the game that they don't want to play. They're very comfortable shooting the three-point shot as Joseph makes the Euro step around Santana, feeds it underneath, and Feldin draws the foul. That's the first on Feldin. Olynyk with 10, Bennett with 14, Stauskas 10, Joseph 10 for Canada. No one in double figures for the Dominican Republic. Canada with 71 points already. Stauskas now with 12. Sosa kicks it out into the corner, intercepted by Stauskas. Throws it up ahead to Joseph. He goes up and lays it in and draws the foul on Sosa. That'll be the third on Edgar Sosa.
And just a beautiful outlet pass. Sometimes you don't want to throw it to the player. You want to throw it a little bit further ahead so you can get momentum on the run and just catch that going downhill.
And that was not a great foul on Sosa. He had two, and it was a touch foul on a fast break. He didn't even contest the layup.
So you like the hustle getting back, but you don't like the easy foul.
So the three-point play completed. 75-52 Canada. Feldin kicks out. Now the kick out to Flores. He takes it, won't go. Olynyk the rebound. That's rebound number 7 for Kelly Olynyk. Olynyk going coast to coast, pulls up, babies that one in.
And Canada's so versatile. Anybody that gets that rebound able to push it down the floor. And what that does is that makes all other 4 players, as soon as you got the ball, to push off those blocks.
Feldin for three, no. Olynyk the rebound. He's 2 boards away from a double-double. Now Joseph at the other end, high off the glass and in. Canada putting on an offensive exhibition.
Corey Joseph, he's in phenomenal shape. Great court awareness. Knows where he wants to get to.
Baez for three. No. Rebound by Olynyk. Wiggins on the attack. Loses it out of bounds, and that's going to be to the Dominican Republic. Rigoberto Mendoza coming on for who?
And it's
Edward Santana.
So much fun to play as you're set as Canada right now. High volume, up and down. Know you're going to get touches. Know you're going to get shots. That allows you to really play defense, commit all the way, because you know you're going to get things going for you on the other end.
Mendoza kicks out to Baez. Thought about the three, but Bennett closed. Took it to the hole. No. Rebound back tap to Stauskas. Alley-oop up to Wiggins. He goes up and jams it home with two hands.
Great job by Stauskas looking ahead. Andrew Wiggins said, throw it up. I'll get it.
I think Stauskas could have thrown that up off the scoreboard and Wiggins would have gotten it. There's Baez with another three.
I had my hand up saying throw it.
Yeah, you did as soon as.
I could see that coming.
I'd have thrown it to you, partner.
Shoot, man, I think I would have caught it and went back down with it.
Olynyk got the defender in the air. Orlando Sanchez draws the foul. That'll be his second. Olynyk to the free throw line. There's a look at the alley-oop.
Beautiful. Andrew Wiggins, what a talent.
This is going to hurt. Ow.
And then Olynyk with the nasty crossover left to right, and then picks up his dribble, his pump fakes, gets his man in the air, and draws the foul.
Big man showing some ball skills as he hits the first free throw. 82 points for Canada with 5:16 left in the third quarter. There's teams that go a week without scoring 82 points. Olynyk's second free throw bangs out.
And really, so far for Canada, they just had that first game versus Argentina where they couldn't get going much. But other than that, it's been an offensive display.
5:09 to play. Here's a look at the blocked shot. Ejim sits down. Beg your pardon, Ejim comes in. Sacre in for the first time. Bennett and Olynyk sit down. Feldine left side, driving on Sacre, kicks it out. Now the shot off the glass, no good, but then tipped in by Ejim. Credit the basket to Luis Flores.
I'm not sure if that goes to the last man who shot it or the team captain. I'm going to ask around here. I believe it is the team captain.
Well, it hasn't gone onto the books yet. As it does go to Luis Flores.
And I think that if the Dominican Republic always Baez, I thought the captain would have been Francisco Garcia. And he hasn't touched the floor. He might just get 2 free points.
Orlando Sanchez with the three-pointer. This is ridiculous. 25 threes made in this game. Joseph waving for Stauskas, and Ejim and Mendoza get tied up. That's going to be on Ejim.
Ejim, who's also been having a great tournament, able to be a energy spark off that bench, comes in, plays defense, plays hard. Great piece for Jay Triano as he can scramble.
Ejim goes up and blocks the shot of Angel Suero, but
and mix
Ejim
up
called for the foul.
The matches.
That's 4 fouls on Melvin Ejim, and he'll sit down as Dwight Powell comes on. First free throw good by Suero. Suero now with 9 points. Hits them both. Canada 12 of 18 from three-point range. Dominican Republic 13 of 29. Joseph, 10 to shoot. Around the screen by Powell, step back, thought about the three, gets it inside to Powell. Powell gives it back to Joseph in the pretty right-hand lay-in.
Joseph realized that he got his man up in the air, just a beautiful give and go. If the Dominican Republic, that's way too easy.
Flores on the drive off the glass and in, and for Luis Flores, he's got 13.
That time Joseph pushed Flores to the baseline, thinking he had help. Help didn't come in time, and as
Wiggins goes up and dunks it over on El Suero.
Beautiful drive baseline, goes up with the two-hand. Throw it down, young fella.
Flores with Canada up 24. Feldine the kick out, three on the way from Sanchez. That rattles around and out. Rebound to Wiggins. Joseph leading Canada with 17 points, now with three on the way, no. Rebounded by Suero.
Beautiful behind the back pass.
And a pretty double clutch layup by Luis Flores, and he's got 15. 88-66 Canada.
Crowd likes it
to
too.
play second quarter.
As we see a couple of claps for that.
Joseph to Sacre. Pass intercepted by Feldine. Doesn't have the numbers, takes it up anyway. Knowing that he was probably going to draw the foul if he took it hard. Did not score, but he draws the foul on Robert Sacre. Sanchez sits down. Santana comes back on with those three fouls. Get a good look at James Feldine. Free throw is good as you look at the Nash for Prime Minister sign there in the background. Feldine hits both free throws.
Nash.
Feldine having himself a very nice tournament, averaging 13.4 points per game. He's got 8 in this one so far.
Nash involved with all different type of organization. Really just a great human being. As up in Canada, there's Terry Fox, a well-known man who had cancer and was going to go around Canada running from one side to the east to the west, and Steve Nash produced a documentary on Terry Fox just a couple years ago.
Stauskas, how did he maintain control of that? Goes up and taps it in, and now Stauskas with a little bit of a glare toward Edward Santana. 90-68. Minute 46 to play in the third quarter. Mendoza, the shot goes, and he draws the foul. Rigoberto Mendoza challenging.
I mean, we haven't seen
Stauskas and Sacre.
We're seeing some great one-on-one individual efforts on the offensive end today. We just great plays after plays. That time Stauskas with the reverse got his own tap in, and then the other end, as you mentioned,
another alley-oop to Wiggins, but couldn't quite extend far enough. Now a kick into the corner, three on the way for Suero. That's short. Rebound Wiggins.
he definitely was up in the air long enough. As he caught it, was able to try to find the rim and almost stretched it out.
If he didn't grab the rim on that alley-oop, he would have needed his passport with him because he'd have left the country. Now Liz, the turnaround, gets his defenders in the air, but Sacre forces the miss. Powell's turnaround jump hook off the glass is good, and Canada has 92 points. Flores to Santana from the left elbow. That's no good, and the rebound to Powell. Joseph on the attack around Sacre. Wraparound pass to Sacre. Sacre finally corralled it up and in. 35 seconds to play third quarter, Canada by 24. Mendoza on the drive, the kick out to no one in particular. Now a three on the way, that's good! Edward Santana hits from three. And he's got 7.
Let me just finish that thought I had before, if I may, Greg. And Terry Fox was trying, the reason why he wanted to run from east to west, he almost ran a marathon a day, 42K, was to try to raise cancer awareness as he ran, and as he had one leg amputated.
An impressive story, an impressive involvement by Steve Nash, and an impressive 3 quarters of basketball for Team Canada. They lead 96-72 with 1 quarter to play in this game. This is the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament, live from Mexico City. Canada.
.96 points in 3 quarters of play. You bring in the second unit who's going to try to get some stops and run in transition. And as Brady Hayslip and Scrub, they can shoot the 3.
3 on the way from Heslip, no. Rebounded by Suero. Suero pulls it up and gives it to Flores. Flores to Santana, back to Flores. Flores, now Santana looked at the 3 for a moment. Attacks Sacre off the glass. And an offensive foul called against Santana. That'll be his 4th.
Santana took his man to the right, but you see last second there went off his cylinder with that offhand. You're not allowed to do that. Good catch by the ref. You're able to protect it within your cylinder, but not get it clear out for you to go for a layup.
Sacre inside to Dornkamp. Good look from Sacre to find Dornkamp, who slipped into the lane. Canada running. Scrub loses control of it, out to Heslip for 3. Short. Heslip gets his own rebound. The bench wanted him to put it back up.
He just needs a little bit of daylight.
Now Scrub on the attack, kicks it out. Jumper on the way from Powell, rebounded by Sacre. He turns up, goes back off the glass and in. Canada has hit 100 points with 8:28 left in the 4th quarter.
Suero making his minutes pay off, as we haven't seen much in this tournament, but this Tonight's game, 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist in 15 minutes of action.
Five players in double figures for Canada as the second free throw goes in for Suero. Corey Joseph with 17, Stauskas and Bennett with 14, Olynyk with 13, Wiggins with 12. We haven't seen a lot out of Bennett since that first quarter. Bennett's only played 16 minutes.
Canada with 5 out of 8 games in which they've hit that 100-point mark. Do we get popcorn if they get 100?
They get steak dinners. They're going to hit 150. And again, the Dominican not playing bad. Suero goes up and lays it in and draws the foul. Can't get the free throw to go. Rebounded by Powell. Wonder if you'll see any of the Canadian starters the rest of the way, depending on how close it gets, I guess.
Canada fighting for that one spot. If Mexico beats Argentina tonight, Canada will finish first. If Argentina win, Argentina will finish first, and then Canada will finish second, playing Mexico, the home team, in the semifinals.
Liz runs out, catches the long pass, and gets the deuce.
So if this one ends up with a Canadian win, Canada will be 1 win away from the Rio de Janeiro Olympics.
104-78. Last bucket was by Scrub. That three-pointer no good, but fought for and kept alive by Baez. Now out to Liz for 3. Bang! Victor Liz hits another three-pointer for the Dominican Republic. That's their 14th on the night. They've got 2 more threes than Canada. Sacre kicks it out to Heslip. Heslip, a lot of contact with Liz, no call. Heslip gets his own rebound, goes up and lays it in. And now, double foul called?
I think just a warning, maybe. Oh, yeah, he did. Absolute double foul.
So Heslip scores. He's got 5. And fouls called on Flores and Dornkamp as they get tied up underneath. Now Andrew Nicholson comes on as Sacre sits down.
Coach Triano putting back Andrew Nicholson. Offensive threat at that 4 spot.
3 on the way short. Liz, the rebound, but then blocked by Dornkamp.
Canada having problem with the defensive rebounding here. They try to they try to run transition too early. They're forgetting to get possession first and then go transition. So Dominican Republic taking advantage. They've got a few offensive rebounds, a few second chance points off of that.
.555 to play. 106-83 Canada. Scrub on the attack, but there for the putback is Powell.
And I like that play. Fit the ball to down low to Nicholson. He As soon as he caught it, he looked over his shoulder, saw that man cutting. Scrub could not finish, but Powell on the rebounding tip.
3 from Feldine. He's got 11 now.
The reason why I like it is you want to play inside out. A lot of advantage comes from that.
Nicholson working on Baez. Out to Dornkamp, and he traveled, yeah. Sanchez comes back on for the Dominican Republic. You're going to get a look at Dornkamp's yield shuffle of the feet there. Shuffled him twice, in fact. Kenny Atkinson having a nice conversation with Ulis Baez, team captain.
And Baez, what a great tournament he had. Was able to rack up the points, rebounds, assists, just an overall great basketball player.
Baez at 33 years old. Wonder if he'll be back for the next international tournament for the Dominican Republic.
He's going to walk out of here with a total of 50 points, 27 rebounds, and 14 assists.
Powell can't get the shot to go. The foul, as you saw, was on Sanchez, his third. Olynyk still needs 1 rebound for the double-double. Don't know if we'll see him again. Powell hits the second free throw, as you would assume that Jay Triano, with this lead, is going to rest his players for the semifinals. There is an off day tomorrow. Alley-oop, oh my! Orlando Sanchez skies for that one and jacks it home.
Beautiful high pick and roll as the roller came all the way over for that alley-oop.
Heslip for 3. That rattles around and out. Rebound to Rigoberto Mendoza. Now Feldine on the wing. Hesitates for a moment. Up and under. Kicks it out. 3 on the way for Suero. That's good! 17th three-pointer for the Dominican Republic.
Suero put himself a ball game with 5 for 7 field goals. That's 71%, 3 for 4 from the three-point line, and it's 17 points.
Now Heslip catches it. His defender fell down. Wide open 3, no. Isn't it amazing how you can miss a wide open three-pointer like that, but then when somebody's closing on you, you drain it? There's JJ in his pajamas.
JJ beside Flor Melendez, Puerto Rican coach, very well respected at the FIBA level.
Heslip in the corner, dribbles out of trouble, and then tries the bounce pass inside, and it's kicked by Liz.
JJ on his pajamas. Not time to go to bed yet, buddy.
Not quite. But our work is just about done here, at least as far as the broadcast aspect goes.
And one of the best in the business, Mr. Craig Fada. Thank you very much for having me. We were able to sit courtside, saw some great games.
Yes, sir.
Some great individual displays. So I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you making it easy on me. Not a lot of people can step in, not having done a lot of this broadcasting work, and step in and done the kind of work that you've done. Absolute natural at it. And if you want a career in broadcasting, you might want a career in broadcasting, my friend.
A lot of work to do with FIBA. See how we can help basketball worldwide.
Yep.
FIBA Americas has many challenges ahead, especially building opportunity for the young ones. We want to make sure basketball gets to everybody that wants to play. And even those that don't even got to explore basketball yet. Physical activity, basketball and sports, just a great way to live this life.
Well, you know, if I can ever help you out, you've got my number. Scrub, the reverse layup. That's no good, but Powell there for the putback.
Once again, same play. This time Scrub could not get the finish again, but Powell there to clean it up.
Powell now with 8 points. Into the corner for Liz. He steps back from Hayslip. 3 on the way, short. Dornkamp the rebound. Up ahead to Hayslip. He launches the 3. Shot won't go, but an offensive foul called on Powell.
Yeah,
The bruise on the arm of Brady Hayslip there.
Trying to
Hayslip, beg your pardon.
See, they push it here, the 2-on-2, and realizing that Brady was going to shoot that 3. Powell went for the offensive rebound, but
he kind of did the swim move.
Got caught.
Which is a great play for a defensive lineman in American football, but basketball not so much. 3 minutes to play. Canada up 112-92. It's remarkable that the Dominicans kept it this close. Of course, they've hit 16 three-pointers of their own. The difference is that Canada has taken 54 two-point shots and hit on 32 of them for 59%.
So Canada's numbers tonight, as you mentioned, 59% from the 2, ridiculous 52% from the 3, and 80% from the line.
Dornkamp the rebound. Nicholson on the block left side. Kicks it out to Dornkamp. 3 on the way. Bang! Aaron Dornkamp hits. He's now got 12. 6 players in double figures for Canada.
This was so easy, able to grasp that ball with the one hand, look over, and pretty much play quarterback who he wants to pass the ball to.
Pretty drive by Rigoberto Mendoza as the Dominican hits 94 points. They may break 100 in a losing effort.
So if both team gets 100, we get popcorn?
I think we get popcorn and Cracker Jacks. Nicholson has it poked away from behind, and then a heads-up play by Powell to bat it off of the leg of Rigoberto Mendoza. Now an offensive foul. That's going to be against Nicholson, and that's his second. 115-94, 2:02 to play, and had the Dominican Republic not hit 16 three-pointers, think of what a blowout this really could have been. I mean, it's a 20-point game as it is. Another 3 on the way. Mendoza hits for 3. 17th three-pointer on the game for the Dominican Republic. They've hit as many three-pointers as two-pointers in this game. Now Scrub for 3, and he answers.
And that's a combined 31 threes in this game already.
Foul on Suero. That's his first. These numbers will be fun to run down after this game.
And that has a lot to do with the games that you play this tournament. You get comfortable to the gym, you get comfortable to the ball, you find your stroke, find your rhythm. Your team is running the sets, know who to pass it to, when to shoot it. And the tendency, the numbers to go up is if you compare the first round to the second round.
Free throw by Flores is up and in. He's got 16 now. Didn't see much of Flores this tournament, or of Angel Suero. They've combined for 33 points. Flores hits them both. He's got 17. Now Nicholson again, that one-hand pass across the court to Scrub, and a foul on Mendoza.
Canada pretty much playing off that play. They just feed the man down low with that one hand, huge hands, and then have players run off screens, curl, and then he's able to find players with that little push pass one-handed.
And whatever the final score ends up being in this game, you're going to look at it and think, boy, they didn't play much defense. Well, this wasn't like an NBA All-Star game where you don't play defense. These guys were absolutely shooting the lights out.
Give Canada credit, knowing the importance of finishing this game out so they can get either the first or the second seed. They came out of the gate strong, got themselves an early lead as...
Oh my! Orlando Sanchez freight trains down the lane, goes up and tomahawks that home with one hand. Sanchez now with 13. 6 players in double figures for the Dominican Republic. Nicholson loses it, and it's a 4-on-1 break for the Dominican. Liz, not sure what the Dominican was trying to accomplish there. Mendoza for 3. That rattles around and out. So the Dominican does reach 100 points in a losing effort. That's crazy. 6-7 players in double figures for Canada. We'll run those down after the game's over. Nicholson, the jump hook, won't go. Mendoza inside, nice feed. Angel Suero with 19 points. Shot clock and game clock about a 1.5 seconds difference. 18 seconds left to play. Scrub on the drive, kicks it out. Dornkamp, 2 to shoot, puts it up, no good. Rebound tapped, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. There's 0.6 seconds left in the game. Will the officials run it off, or what will they do? Yeah, they've got to run it off. They've got to play it, because you never know what can happen. It's Canada's ball. When it comes down to a possible 3-way tie for first place, somebody puts up a bucket here. So a crazy game to end the morning session, or the early afternoon session, I should say. Canada defeats the Dominican Republic 120 to 103. The teams combine for 31 3-point shots made in the contest. Canada finishes group play with 13 points. They can finish no worse than second place. They may have a shot at first place should Mexico defeat Argentina tonight. It'll all come down to the math, and we will leave that to the FIBA people like you, Victor Mansour. It was truly a pleasure, my friend, over these past 2 weeks. We saw a lot of entertaining basketball, and none more entertaining than this one between Canada and the Dominican Republic. Once again, the final score, Canada 120, the Dominican Republic 103. Let's take a look at the ridiculous numbers. The Dominican Republic, 50% from 2-point range, 19 of 38, 17 of 41 from 3-point range, 41%, 14 of 22 from the free throw line, 64%. Canada, meanwhile, a blistering 57% from the floor, 32 of 56, 14 of 25 from 3-point range for 56% there, 14 of 17 from the free throw line for 82%. 54 rebounds for Canada, 34 the Dominican Republic, including a 14-6 edge on the offensive glass. Assists about even, steals and blocks about even. Massive edge for points in the paint on Canada, or rather for Canada, 58-32. Canada with a +4 on points on fast break. Second chance points, 20-10 in favor of Canada. And the Dominican bench outscores Canada 58-50. Let's look at some of the final individual numbers on this one. Corey Joseph led Canada with 17 points. Kelly Olynyk had 13. Stauskas and Bennett each with 14. Dornkamp with 12. Scrub with 10. Leading rebounder for Canada was Olynyk with 9. Powell had 8. Stauskas had 7. Corey Joseph had 7 assists in the game. For the Dominican Republic, they were led by with 19 points, Luis Flores with 17, Sanchez with 13, Mendoza 12, and Liz with 10. James Feldine also added 11. Leading rebounder for the Dominican Republic, Suero with 6. Feldine had 6 assists, and Flores had 7 for the Dominican Republic. Just an outrageous game as Canada moves to the semifinals after a 120-103 win over the Dominican Republic. My friend, it's been a pleasure.
Well, Craig, definitely been a pleasure. I look forward to see you in further events. Keep up the great work, my man.
I appreciate it. You too. Once again, the final score, Canada 120, Dominican Republic 103. Second phase of group play in the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship Tournament. From the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City, for my partner Victor Mann, saying so long from the 2015 FIBA Americas Championships.